Hello, everyone. Pallytum here. We are joining Michael Danger Magus just outside of Feldcroft. We've been following Sebastian's storyline very closely, seeing him take the plunge closer and closer to being a dark wizard, it seems. With good intentions. I'll give him the credit where credit's due. But now we're meeting him and his sister right outside their town.
A lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
Yeah, a dark sacrifice, Sebastian.
If this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What?
That's his uncle.
Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Well.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Well, you can apparate, right? So, whenever you want. Really?
Sebastian, I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
How did you cross-reference everything in a library by yourself? I mean, my upload schedule's slow, but it's not that slow, Sebastian. This seems more complicated than we thought.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice. Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an aura anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Man, I'm really on board with this, huh? So Michael's like, all right, so we have to go here to make a sacrifice. So he's already past the sacrifice part, and he's only worried about getting expelled. That's some serious Ravenclaw energy. What's going on? Could your uncle report us to the ministry? Because this is a terrible idea.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Well, the plot thickens, doesn't it? If he was using dark magic in self-defense against the wizards, then that's not that different from what you've already done, Sebastian. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for the comments on that video. That was very interesting to read through. Everyone's different take on why certain spells are forbidden. Well, very well. I shall leave you to it. So good luck.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl.
This can't be good.
See you soon.
Can't be good at all. Well, since we're already visiting some friends, Poppy also reached out recently, and I think it has something to do with centaurs. Well, I guess we'll have to wait.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Awesome.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Are these bees behind me disappearing into nothing? And then reappearing? Hold on, let's watch closely. Yep. Why do people avoid this cave? Is it because of the bees?
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, those are two very different sides of that coin.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Anne's worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb. But now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says he doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can.
Oh,
I hope that my
no.
call has conveyed my message clearly.
Yeah, I got that. Ominous. Sebastian's gonna do something stupid, dude. We have to hurry. I mean, I guess that is if I don't go mad inside of this cave.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Right. Well, it's seen some better days, but at least it lets some light in
You
here.
don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you? Confringo!
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Well, the last person to open that door may have done it a very long time
Lumos.
ago. We were able to just blast it open. Is there anything
Accio.
hiding in plain sight in here? A couple spiders. I did make sure that I stopped off and sold all of my extra
Revelio.
gear prior to starting today's episode. I really grew as a person. By the way, if you're still watching, we went to Florida recently to visit my grandma. A lot of you know about that. We were able to take an afternoon to go by Universal. So we recorded a bunch of stuff at Hogsmeade, and we want to compare it to what Hogsmeade in this game is like. Because I've been talking about it so much, I wanted to be able to actually show you guys. So we're making that happen. It'll probably release after we're done with the game. But
It's another
soon after the final episode, probably. Well, it looks like some animals are living inside of here, Poppy. You gotta watch out for that. I thought after I took that one hit around the corner, you'd watch out. We did manage to stun it briefly. I might be able to freeze this guy and deal a lot of damage. The Glacie is stopping his advance for at least a moment. Ancient magic was overkill.
What is going on with that?
Wow, that was really loud, Ancient magic. That was, wow.
Revelio.
What do you mean what's going on with them? Those animals are mean literally every time I run into them.
Glacius. Defendo.
Ooh, do I have to? Bringo to get through. We've seen these before. I have to
Revelio.
find a butterfly somewhere, place it upon this pedestal, and then we should be able to rotate it around. Seems like this is actually a pretty complex room. There's a chest up on the upper level here.
Arresto momentum.
Can I?
Confringo.
There we go. Break that down. Dittany leaves in here as well. I also stocked up on potions. Spent a pretty decent amount of time in the room of requirement. And I saw that Deke has a new quest for us. Oh, how pretty. Oh, so this is...
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The fwoopers song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Oh, really? I was going to say, this is just Poppy and I going on an animal sightseeing adventure, isn't it? That's what this quest is. I also had the thought of, I wonder how she would feel if I had the knapsack on my bar and just vacuumed in one of those birds right as they're flying by. I think that could have been pretty funny. Well, looks like we have a couple stowaways in here. They always just scurry off, though.
Revelio.
They're not hurting anybody.
Accio.
Potentially a chest this way.
If the Moonstone is here and so are fwoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
You know what? Just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and add the knapsack. If fwoopers are going to be a common thing, I mean, I don't want to go mad. Maybe we just need to knapsack them for a good reason. Okay, I'm doing a puzzle. I just pulled that circular one. I need to find...
Why am I not surprised?
Lumos.
First the fwoopers and now
Accio.
this.
You think a puzzle would make someone mad? I wouldn't go that far. Looks like we're going to have to solve all of these to get the door open. The next one is the same spiral, accompanied by a circle.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
We need to find moths for the spinners. Well, there you go, Poppy, right there. And that means I'm going to have to escort that back to the other room. Circle with a triangle. It's this one with the triangle. Is that going to be another moth? It is. And then the last one is that Tetris piece and the spiral. Nice. So these are the spinners here. They're both in this room.
Revelio.
Makes me wonder.
Lumos.
Lumos!
You come with me. What was that other spinner for? Oh. When I try to climb over, it resets back there. So that means there must be a moth on this side somewhere, right? Ah. Well, you had a really good hiding spot, didn't you? That's pretty impressive. Also a chest in there. I'll make sure I double back for it. If you put your wand away, these things tend to fly off, and I don't want that. So if do I push this? It's been a while since we've seen one.
Revelio.
What did that do? Oh, it raised a platform. All right. Man, I wish I could get you to do this. So that's maxed. Let me cast Arrest Momentum on that. I think that did it. Yeah, that's a big chest. Oh, I think I did get some upgrades recently as well. A lot of the loot that we pick up at this point has just kind of been vendor trash. We sell it for 60 gold at a time. But these unidentified things are actually turning out to be really good. Now, to solve this impossible puzzle. Put one of these on this. Put one of these on this. And then give them a good push. I may have to arrest still one side. I'll go ahead and do that now. No, it looks like it locked into place. Even easier. Well, what do you think, Poppy? I haven't gone mad just yet.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
What if I just
Lumos.
Lumos.
take this with me and put it in here? I don't know if that was intended. I don't know if there's another one around. But does this give us a bridge forward? It sure does. And then all the rest of that. No, it's done as well. It's totally reset, or totally in the locked position.
Accio.
Good.
Revelio.
It looks like they did want me to bring that one forward. I keep seeing this in my Revelio. Maybe we're heading towards that. That's one reason I think I regret the upgraded Revelio. Well, if that one's locked in place, I guess I don't even have to remove that. I can take this one, add that to this spin. I'm truthfully not even sure what this one's for.
Depulso.
What's moving? Okay. Another butterfly, and this one's gonna sink, right? So why do I need this butterfly? Hold on. Stay here.
Momentum.
Why do I need you? Do you go on the door? You do! This was a cool puzzle. I liked this one. All right, don't help, Poppy. It's fine. I can do this all on my own. Don't worry, Poppy. I can handle it. And the last one should open the door. That was really neat.
You did it.
Yeah. Oh, there's an enemy.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Well, you don't go outside the castle too much, do you? These things are all over the place. I don't want to sound like the pessimist, but this seems to be the only way to take them down. They are so tanky. That was ancient magic. He just ate it like it was nothing. And then Poppy broke my glacius. Oh, God. Big charge there, but we are okay. I'm going to throw the vases at it. These things are priceless. They're artifacts.
Glacius.
Oh, I think there is a way to... Let me see if I can set that up. There is a way, I think, to lift these guys up when they do that tongue attack. This one? Oh, that's not it. Maybe it's a Levioso and I did an Accio on accident. But I think you can lift them up by their tongue. I've never done it myself, but I've seen it. Did you use a chomping cabbage? Wow. You like herbology too? Wow. Well, looks like we're going to have to get our shoes wet going into this part.
Where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Should we take a closer look?
Looks like a
You
whirlpool.
read my mind.
I'm going to check this chest first. Unidentified face item. We're diving in. Whoa. Oh, that's beautiful.
Merlin. It's even more beautiful close up.
Yeah, that's really
It's
stunning.
got to be here. I just know it.
All right, let me get the knapsack ready. Oh,
Revelio.
is this what I was seeing through the walls? These vines here. Okay.
Confringo.
That seems pretty straightforward. Good old blasting curse will get us through that no problem. That one, of course, not
happy to
unforgivable.
see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Don't say that, Michael.
I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here. Assuming
that's true.
This is where the Moonstone is.
That is very
It
true.
means we're one step ahead of them.
And I see a glow! The Scholar's Moonstone.
Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Should I follow you?
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too.
Turn your light
We
off!
need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall.
Perfect.
That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Well, isn't that exciting? I doubt it's dangerous. Let's go.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing.
Oh,
Let's
it's
make our way
gonna
down.
explode.
We're nearly at the end of this.
I didn't see what the other
I think
prompt
that's it over
was.
there.
I'm just a very trusting
How's your
person.
Gran doing, by
I
the
think
way?
it's part of being a Hufflepuff.
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I
Nice.
still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Okay, well, here it is, the Scholar's Moonstone. This rock looks like it's going to be very reactive to this as well. Let's give it a go. Hey, little buddy. Are those mushrooms? Hey, these weird eyeball things know how to party.
Whoa!
That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one?
Wow.
They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night I Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
Yeah, I'd love to hear about it. Why are you acting so weird all of a sudden, Poppy?
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead.
That's terrible.
More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
Was there a
What
butt?
do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Oh my God! I did not see that twist. How do you come from a family of poachers? But then does your grandma disagree? Did you rebel against your parents? Oh my God! How awful for you to be raised by poachers.
Merlin, I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in. But the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
What a noble goal. You're succeeding. Look at you.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
Well, thanks for trusting me, for real. What was it like growing up with poachers?
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Your parents know that you sabotage poachers now, and then you're in league with me, who does that for fun too?
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there. Acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
Do you worry about being recognized? I mean, obviously not. We're pretty blatantly going after these guys at this point.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
Oh, true, yeah. Well, thanks for trusting me.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the Moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Okay, no problem. Back in the pocket. Now, how accurate does your drawing need to be? It looks pretty big. Make sure you get the scale right.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it.
Ah.
We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
That sounds like a plan.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Well. The plot thickens. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. I'm going to fly straight over to Sebastian, and we will see what happens with him next time. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow.